Hello and welcome to this special series on technical writing. Today we are going to deliberate on basics of research before writing a technical document. Research is the process of investigation, the discovery of information. To be focused, research must be preceded by preparation, especially consideration of your audience, purpose and scope. During your research, effective note taking is essential for a coherent organization that strategically integrates your own ideas, supporting facts and any well selected quotations into an effective final document. Information is everywhere, on the television, on the radio, in your textbook, in your home, on CDs and DVDs, on the web, in magazines and newsletters. You drive to the library where there is a building full of information. If you want to know something, you only have to look in the right place. The problem that technical researchers face is not a scarcity of information. The problem is in understanding what information they need, where it is, how it is stored and how to retrieve it, what to do with it after they find it. The process of conducting research can be delineated as a series of steps, but like other parts of the writing process, in practice the process is fluid, unfolding as you go. In an academic setting, your preparatory resources include conversation with your peers, instructors and especially a reference librarian. On the job, your main resources are your own knowledge and experience and that of your colleagues. In the workplace, the most important sources of information may also include test reports, laboratory reports and like. In this setting, begin by brainstorming with colleagues about what sources will be most useful to your topic and how you can find them. Before you can write at work, you may need to conduct research. In fact, many decisions and actions at work require more information than you have at hand. You probably begin by determining what you already know. Then, considering your audience, purpose and scope, you gather and evaluate new information and form conclusions about the material you read. Before you conduct the research, you must make sure you know who, what, where, when, why and how. For example, who is involved and who will use your research? What do these people need to know? Where will you search for information? Within or outside your organization or both? Why are you researching this topic? How will you collect information and how will it be used? You also need a strategy for finding and evaluating the right material and the best sources, conducting the research and reading efficiently, carefully and accurately recording the information you find so that you do not accidentally plagiarize or violate the owner's copyright, documenting where you found the information so that you or someone else can find it again. Researchers may find some data easily, such as production figures that are readily available on the corporate network. Sometimes, though, researcher must search extensively for information. Now, let us talk about primary research. Primary research is the gathering of raw data from such sources as first-hand experience, interviews, direct observation, surveys, questionnaires, experiments, meetings and the like. In fact, direct observation and interaction are the only ways to obtain certain kind of information, such as about human and animal behavior, certain natural phenomena and the operation of systems and equipment. You can also conduct primary research on internet by participating in discussion groups and news groups and by using email to request information from specific audiences. If you are planning research, that involves observation, choose your sites and times carefully and be sure to obtain permission in advance. During your observations, remain as unobtrusive as possible and keep accurate, complete records that indicate date, time of the day, duration of the observation, and so on. Save interpretation of your observation for future analysis. Be aware that observation can be valuable research, but it may also be time consuming, complicated, and expensive. You may also inadvertently influence the subjects you are observing. Now, let us talk about secondary research. Secondary research is the gathering of information that has been previously analyzed, assessed, evaluated, compiled, or otherwise organized into accessible form. Sources include books, articles, as well as reports, web documents, audio and video recordings, podcasts, correspondence, minutes of meetings, brochures, and so forth. As you seek information, keep in mind that in most cases, the more recent the information, the better. Recently published periodicals and newspapers, as well as academic, that is .edu, organizational, that is .org, and other top level domain sites can be a good source of current information and can include published interviews, articles, papers, and conference proceedings. When a resource seems useful, read it carefully and take notes that include any additional questions about your topic. Some of your questions may eventually be answered in other sources. Those that remain unanswered can guide you to further primary research. For example, you may discover that you need to interview an expert. Not only can someone skilled in a field answer many of your questions, but he or she can also suggest further sources of information. Now, let us talk about library research strategies. The library provides organized paths into scholarships and the internet, as well as specialized resources such as licensed online databases, indexes, catalogs, and directories that can help you find current reliable information. The first step in using library resources, either in an academic institution or in a workplace, is to develop a search strategy appropriate to the information needed for your topic. You may want to begin by asking a reference librarian for help to find the best print or online resource for your topic. A brief conversation can focus your research and save your time. In addition, use your library's homepage for access to its catalog, databases of articles, subject directories to the web, and more. Now, we are talking about reference works. In addition to articles, books, and web resources, you may want to consult reference works such as encyclopedias, dictionaries, and atlases for a brief overview of your subject. Ask your reference librarian to recommend works and bibliographies that are most relevant to your topic. Many are available online and can be accessed through your library's homepage. Now, encyclopedias. Encyclopedias are comprehensive multi-volume collection of articles arranged alphabetically. Some cover a wide range of subjects while others focus on specific areas. The free online encyclopedia Wikipedia at www.wikipedia.org should be used only as a starting point for your research because users continuously update entries with minimal editorial filtering. Now, dictionaries. General dictionaries can be compact or comprehensive or unabridged publications. Specialized dictionaries define terms used in a particular field such as business, computers, architecture, or consumer affair, and offer detailed definition of field specific terms, usually written in a straightforward language. Now, handbooks and manuals. Handbooks and manuals are typically one-volume compilations of frequently used information in a particular field. They offer brief definitions of terms or concepts, standards for presenting information, procedures for documenting sources, and visuals such as graphs and tables. Now, bibliographies. Bibliographies list books, periodicals, and other research materials published in areas such as engineering, medicine, humanities, and the social sciences. Now, we are talking about internet research strategies. The internet provides access to a staggering amount of information. However, the information on the web varies widely in its completeness and accuracy, so you need to evaluate internet sources critically. As comprehensive as search engines and directories may seem, keep in mind that none is complete or objective, and they carry only a pre-selected range of content. Many search engines, for example, do not index Adobe PDF files or Usenet news groups, and many cannot index databases and other non-HTML based content. Search engines rank the sites they believe will be relevant to you based on a number of different strategies. Some search engines base relevance on how high on the given page your search term appears, on the numbers of appearance of your term, or on the number of other sites that link to the page. Almost all major search engines now sell high rankings to advertisers with the highest bids, so your results may not highlight the pages most relevant to your search. Your best strategy is to research how your favorite search engines work. Nearly all provide detailed methodologies on their help pages. A search engine locates information based on words or combination of words that you specify. The software engine then lists for you the documents or files that contain one or more of these words in their titles, descriptions, or the text. The following search engines are used widely. The first one, of course, is the Google, which can be accessed at www.google.com, and the Microsoft search engine is www.live.com, and of course, the Yahoo search engine is at www.yahoo.com. Also available are meta search engines, tools that do not maintain an internal database, but instead launch your query to multiple databases of various web-based resources, which might include other search engines or subject directories. The following meta search engines are used widely. First one, of course, is Dogpile, which can be accessed at www.dogpile.com. Then there is Metacrawler, which can be accessed at www.metacrawler.com, and many others. Many search engines allow advanced searches with options that provide more selective results. Now, using search engines and keywords, let us talk a bit about this aspect. You enter keywords and phrases that are as specific to your topic as possible. For example, if you are looking for information about nuclear power and enter only the term nuclear, the search will also yield listing for nuclear family, nuclear medicine, and hundreds of others not related to your topic. Use Boolean operators, that is and, or, not, to narrow your search. For example, if you are searching for information on breast cancer and are finding reference to nothing but prostate cancer, try breast and cancer, not prostate. This is one example. Of course, we will talk in detail in next episode about operators, but this is just to give you an indication of how search works. Check any search tips available at the engine you use. For example, some engines allow you to use an advanced search that narrows your search by combining phrases with double quotation marks. Now, if you put anything in double quotation marks, it will return only pages that have the full compound phrase that you have entered. Try several search engines to get more varied results, and remember that high ranking may be based on marketing by advertisers and other factors. Consider using a meta search engine such as Dogpile and Metacrawler. If you are interested in obtaining as many hits as possible, be prepared to refine and narrow your search. As a researcher, how do you get to the tremendous amount of information on the internet? You can search the web using a search engine such as Yahoo, Google or Clusty in much the same way you search a database using keyword and topics. However, search engines do not look through all information on the World Wide Web. Each engine searches only a portion of all the sites. Even meta search engines such as mama.com, surfwex.com and dogpile.com do not cover the entire web. While search engines cover only a portion of the web, a researcher's concern often is to how to filter through so much of information to find what is useful. Search engines use spiders to go out periodically and view web pages and links on the site. An index that catalogs words, internet addresses and other information about the pages the spider finds, and software to filter through all of the pages in the index to find matches when a search is requested. Because the spider goes out every few days or weeks, it detects changes made to the web pages. However, until the information has been indexed, it is not available for researchers. Because each search engine visits and indexes different sites and is updated at different times, you should routinely use at least 3 search engines. Then you can compare the results of your searches to determine which search engine is most effective. Even after you have used 3 search engines, some web information may evade your research. Invisible web or deep web refers to sites that are not registered or typically searched by search engines. Mike Bergman, founder of Bright Planet and credited with coining the phrase deep web, said that searching on internet today can be compared to dragging a net across the surface of the ocean. A great deal may be caught in the net, but there is a wealth of information that is deep and therefore missed. Most of the web's information is buried far down on dynamically generated sites, and standard search engines do not find it. Traditional search engines cannot see or retrieve content in deep web. Those pages do not exist until they are created dynamically as the result of a specific search. The deep web is several orders of magnitude larger than the surface web. Estimates based on extrapolations from a study done at University of California, Berkeley in 2001 speculate that the deep web consists of about 7,500 terabytes. Now, to summarize this interaction, we have talked about the importance of research in technical writing. While research is a very in-depth and detailed concept, basic level research is essential in our day-to-day work as we need to find information on a daily basis. We have discussed what primary research is and what is secondary research. We have also discussed the importance of library research and other sources like encyclopedia, dictionaries and bibliographies for gathering more information. We have also started to discuss the use of search engines for internet based research. We will discuss in detail in the coming session more on internet based research. You have also learned about the deep web, which is way bigger than the conventional searchable internet. I hope this interaction was of some use to you all. Thank you so much for watching.